What's going on, everybody, man? This is the Humble and Blessed Podcast. I'm your host, HBDs. I'm here with
HB Tucci.
Yeah, man. For those that don't know, the podcast was called Godly Vibes Only Podcast. I decided to change it back. Got to keep it OG. I just feel like though, man, that's the name, and
That's the brand.
no matter how you try to switch it up and go back, this is how it was supposed to be.
Foundation.
Yeah, man, and when God gives you something original, man, and sometimes you try to overthink it. I just got to a point where like, you know what, I ain't gonna overthink it. This is how it's supposed to be. So it was Godly Vibes Only Podcast. Now, man, we back to just Humble and Blessed Podcast. We gonna keep it that way. We gonna run with it.
Ooh.
But man, we sitting up, man. We gonna talk about life, things we got going on, things we want to do. And just like we just really finna sit and catch up, man, and then we gonna talk about a few things. So, what's been going on?
I injured my hand.
Yeah,
y'all got an injury, so I ain't gonna be truck driving for a little minute. The good thing is, I ain't lose no fingers. I can still take pictures, so that's a good thing. I'm just in a lot of pain right now, but
good to go.
life goes on.
Life goes on. Yeah, man, I want to talk about like our goals and stuff, and the things we want to do moving forward, the plans you got. Man, because a man without a plan, you nothing without a plan. You're nothing without a vision and a goal. And for me, man, I look back and I say, it just become a point for me. Like I wanted to start something. I wanted to do something, man. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to start something that was never done because I feel like, man, do you feel? I'm gonna ask you this like this before I say this. Do you feel like the older, like generations fail generations? Do you feel that way?
You said they failed us?
Yeah. All right. Look at us
At
like
one
that.
point, we talked about this, and I said, yeah. But now I'm looking at it too. Let's talk with my mom. Was like, they only knew what they the tools they had.
But
See,
what
right now we got better tools and better stuff to kind of. It's not bad that we have a generation where like it's making people accountable for what they did back in the day. See, like if you look at it now, they making people accountable for what they did back in the day. So then you look at it like, well, maybe what we was used to, or maybe what we did back in the day was weird. So you look at like the tools they had, it's like they just knew what they knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's to a point where like, cool, we're in a small town. This small town, you don't have no internet, nothing. Only thing you know is really your mom and them knew was around the surrounding area and what they've been knowing. You know how many times we talk about family secrets, where family secrets can't go out like nothing like that. Now you could look on the internet in our time where you could look at different stories, different places and different stuff, and then like you could like, oh, you see a different type of stuff that's going on. So like it's more open. Back in the day was not open like this. So it's like I can't say they failed it. I can just say the tools they had is all they could give. Now we in a better generation to where like even in the Bible it says like we're smarter, but at the same time we kind of dumb like in a way. Because we smart, but look, we're more lazy. We don't know how to really fix nothing no more. Back in the day they had a way more working type of mind frame. Now it's like it's way easier for us, but it's making us weak.
Yeah. So
it's kind of different.
yeah. So it's like, what about for the people like that you like? You messed up. You know the mistakes you made. But instead of you saying like taking the younger generation and say, nah, man, don't do it that way. They rather be just like them. When I look and I see
Being like what? I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
all right, like I'll go back a little bit. I remember when there was a lot of going to the parties and taking pictures at the parties and stuff. I seen the age gap, right? And I'm like, you 10 years older than this person, but you want to, instead of you being like, you know what, let me grow up and not do this way. Let me stop them from making the same mistakes I made. They want to be just like the 20-year-old. You 30, but you want to be just like this one.
But in the hindsight you hear they'll tell you is the old time I was your age, I was in the house take care of you trying to do certain stuff. Now I finally got a little freedom, let me have fun.
But for the ones that they've been look like they've been partying their whole
No, I'm just
life.
saying, like, but then when you don't have nobody around you telling you it's wrong,
But then when you do have somebody that you know that's around you,
you got 2 people telling you wrong.
know.
But you got 10 other people telling you live your life.
like
It happens.
I had to get older to realize the generation of curses that be done.
Yeah.
Like, as a mother, like, you know the struggles you had. Like, let's use a woman, for example. Like, you knew the struggles of having 4 baby daddies. Why you wouldn't fight like hell to make sure that your daughter or daughters don't fall to the same trap?
All right. I think we had a conversation about this too.
You feel what I'm saying?
All right, if you look at it, I don't want to just put my family in, but almost everybody in my family didn't graduate high school. Like on my grandma kids, maybe one person did, maybe. So it's like cool. They look at it. Like, I ain't even gonna say my family, just anybody. Like, you look at a lot of people, sometimes we put the stuff that we didn't make it, put it on our kids. So it's like, if I didn't make it, I want you to get your hopes down. So I'm gonna kind of defer you from doing this. Like back in the day, you could never, like a long time ago, you never would have hope that somebody black could be a president.
Mm-hmm. And look what
It's never to be seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I watch a lot of movies where it's like somebody like, I want to be a doctor. What? You can't do that. You're gonna be a mechanic or. You know what I'm saying? You just know what you like, you know what I'm saying? It's really was no hope, like, in a way. Like, that's why, like, I kind of be giving, like, older people kind of grace, because I look at it like y'all really didn't have any notion of, well, if I do this,
So,
it's outliers out there. It's a lot of outliers out
So
there.
I get what you're saying, but I look at it like this. They might have not, like, we got technology. Stuff get to us quicker. Back then, they had to do it a little bit different. But the stuff, like the morals still stay the same. Mm-hmm. And I look and I say, you sit here, you had it hard, you struggled, you did all these things to continue the same cycle.
And you know what I mean? People that really like, I got an auntie that really finished school, then people feel like you think you better than the.
Hey.
No, I'm saying that happened, but you know how hurtful that is? Like, you feel like the people that you love is the people that's telling you, you think you better? Like, that, bro, that hurt her. Like I feel like I talk to that still to this day, messes with her. She doing good, but in her heart, it hurts her. Man. Because there's people you feel like I grew up with, I love, and I supposed to be around these people I supposed to be able to talk to, but at the same time, it's like hate. And it's not no hate to where, like, you feel like this person hates you, but they looking at it like, dang, how she get this? Like, we grew up in the same household, and how she did this. And they'll never accomplish that because why? They're not trying, or at the same time, they so scared they gonna fail. They just, I'm gonna just throw hate on this person, like, and it happens. And I be looking at it like, I'm like, it's crazy, but it's like I can see why it's like that.
Man,
because some people really just don't see no life outside of what they doing right now.
But you know, it's like you take ownership for it. Like, you did it. Nobody else did it. You did it, and I think that's plays a lot of into it. Like, they don't want to take ownership. Like, man, I messed up, and then
it's like, it's not too late. You can easily go do GED. Man, you could kind of do certain stuff, and it's like they rather just blame the world on why they didn't do, or why somebody else passed them up, and it's like, you could change it. Like, it's not gonna be the way you, because another thing is too, which is bad too, we be pitching in our mind how stuff's supposed to be instead of just accepting, well, this is how it got to be. And that's the bad part. Because sometimes you be asking God for certain stuff, but in your mind, you picturing it how it should be like this, but God put it a whole totally different way, and you like, hold up, nah, like, I want it this way.
They want it
but
this
way. It's the same goal, it's the same past goal, but you want it, you want to go the other direction with it.
Yeah, man,
that's
like,
the problem too.
I look at things and it's like, if I'm a bad husband, if I'm a bad father or son, at some point I gotta look and I gotta own it. Ooh. But we deal with family members and people that we love are so delusional that it's everybody's fault but theirs. Like,
But then
I don't get that.
But then you look at it too, like, well, I seen this person close to me be this type of husband all my life, so I guess what I'm doing is really right. It get like this sometimes. Like your only what's the thing? Your only wherewithal or presentation of a husband is what you've been seeing all this time. So you feel like a couple people like they done seen their mama fight their man or do this with this, and they feel like that's normal. You got girls today, if you not fighting with them or doing certain things, they looking like you don't love me, because that's what they been seeing all their life. Like it happened, like that's what you been accustomed to. So then another person looking like she's stupid, but it's like that's all I know.
So then it goes back to that generational thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you got to really figure out, like, because I talked to somebody today, but I told you I talked to somebody today about that, like, a lot of stuff that I seen is like I look at it now, since I'm older now, it look like, bro, this was not normal. Like, I would never be that person, because I'm looking at it like, because you get older, you look at it like, man, I usually accept that, like, nah, like, and it get like this sometimes, it's just like relearning, unlearning a lot, and it's tough. Like, I wish it had a manual on saying how to be an adult.
Man, you know what it is though?
Real manual, like this is how you supposed to do it, and it's never gonna be a manual. You just gotta live it and go through it,
Man.
and stay prayed up the best way possible.
I think for me, I can speak personal experience from a person that was in a sense thought I knew it all, self-centered. I think, man, when I was in the world just living life and not necessarily doing crazy things, but just you living life.
Yeah.
I think like the devil put the scales over your eyes to think like, man, my mom and them trying to give me advice. They don't want to let me live. None of them, like my people don't want me to grow up. They don't want me to be an adult. When that's not even the case, you ask your uncles, the people that really care about you, looking and saying like, all right, I see the way you're going. We didn't seen this story before with people. Like, I don't want that life for you. And we be so caught up, bro, and looking at what people saying, or people in the street, oh man, they don't want you to grow up. They don't want you to go out and experience things. And that's not even the case. They want you to go out and experience. They just don't want you to come back and say, I should have listened.
The bad part is about that too is, cool, you telling me something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Telling me how I should do this relationship, but the whole time I've been young, I've been seeing you deal with the same stuff I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And you never told me, every time I tell you why you do this, this is my life, I'm living it. So now I'm supposed to listen to you?
So that goes back to bad parenting. So all right, gotcha.
So
Which is true.
I'm supposed to listen to you. So I've been looking at you get your head beat up this whole time. You stayed with this man, never left. So now I'm supposed to leave the only thing I'm comfortable with, and I know her.
Yeah, man, and I got you. Yeah,
I blame it on bad parenting.
You can, because think about it like this.
Because
it's bad parenting, bro. Think about it like this. And if kids see a dude, my mama got a different dude every month.
Yo.
They gonna reject marriage. They ain't gonna want to get married. For the most part, there are always outliers that say, I don't want that type of life, and I'm a push for family. And a lot of times when that happen, they end up attaching themselves to the wrong person because they fighting so hard. I don't want my
girl. Like it's like they said, dude look at how you seen his mother, and the girl look at the father figure she had in life. So it's like you get like this is my household. Like
you got so many people that it's like these people now like to be lied to. They like to sit there and people to tell them, hey, man, you're doing a good job being a dad. You're doing a good job being a mom. You are an amazing parent. When you really get down to the core of it, like, it's family members. Why would you lie to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, because when my child becomes of age, they're going to be like, you suck as a parent. You know what I'm saying? And you know how them kids is, man, for a long time, like, we are their superhero till they be, at some point they're going to start smelling themselves, and then they're going to be looking like, yeah, you suck. And then it's like, then we angry, and then we resent our family because nobody wanted to keep it real with us.
But then you go back to it like, if I've been seeing, I'm parenting the same way I was parented.
Yeah. So that's why I say, man, that generational thing, man.
It's no manual to this, man. It's like you gotta learn. You gotta be able to listen.
Mm-hmm.
See, that'd be the problem too. You gotta be able to listen and actually like take criticism. Like, hey, I feel like cool. I see you trying, but maybe if you do it this way, it'd be better. Like a lot of people, if you tell them something, they take it so wrong. Now it's like you can't not tell nobody.
You can't.
So then it's like if I tell somebody something, they probably take it the wrong way.
And that's what I was.
So a lot of people be quiet. So it's like, should I say something? If I say something, they're gonna take it the wrong way. Then it's like we beefing on.
And that's where it goes back to, bro. It's like ownership. Like if you sucked as a parent, like own it. Like don't sit here and get mad at everybody as if nobody told you. Like, bro, if you got 4 kids and all of them wilding out, you fail.
It's something you gotta change.
So and y'all get mad, y'all get angry. I love the greatest love that I ever give my children, bro, is knowing God. Like when Talia and Tasha go somewhere and like Tasha would take me like, Talia ask something about God. And I'm like, I may not do everything right, but I'm doing that.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, bro, it's like when I felt like the world was crashing, even though I had family that loved me or whatever, right? God was the only one like I turned to, like, God, get me out of this. God, like, even think about it, like, that's why I tell people, you might as well just live for them, because no matter whatever you're going through, you end up hitting them knees, asking them to get you out of situation.
We had that conversation the other day, so I was trying to tell you, like, I want to ask a pastor about that. It's a conversation I feel like we should have one day. How can I accept something if I never had a personal relationship with it? You could tell me all day, God is good, but if I never experienced it, how can I respect it? You know what I'm just saying? Like, I feel like it's logical.
I think, man, bad, though. Like, it's no. That's a dope question. That's a dope question.
They be so bad though in a way. Like, I feel like, cool, you tell me your experience all day, but if I haven't tasted or felt it, how can I actually accept it?
It could be one of these, man, because
you say it all the time, like how people love God, but they do this, but it's like some people never.
You know why?
I feel like some people just follow it because it's something that we've been put into our life forever, like God.
You know,
but a lot of people have never experienced God.
They've experienced it, but they just didn't know it. Or they didn't think about it, because think about it like this, right? Most people look at a blessing as, man, that boy got 100,000. Oh, he got a blessing.
Ooh.
God may not even look at money like that. I don't know. Your blessing could be.
That money was to help somebody else.
Your blessing could be you healthy. You waking up every day. You able to go do the things that you need to do to provide. Monetary gain is not always a blessing. Man, when I scroll, bro, and I look on TikTok and I see children in a hospital every single day, like fighting for their life or doing whatever, I look and I say,
S.A. Elizabeth commercial give me every time.
Bro, I look at it and I say, I may not have a crazy amount of money or the thing, whatever, but I know what God has blessed me with, man, and I look at blessings different. That's why, like, everybody can't, like, when you gave birth, like, they got people, bro, that will give their life up to have a child. And some of y'all just throwing them away. Like, people will go broke. Like, literally, if I got to live in a shoebox to have a child, this is what I want. And you got some of them that just throwing them away like it's nothing. That's a blessing.
See, like, some of that stuff people feel like it's everyday life. Like,
but that's why,
until they get taken away, you don't see the great.
Yeah.
Like, I told you that, like, I never knew how to use my left hand that much.
Until it's taken, you see?
I take it away. Yeah. I was like, hold up, I didn't think I used it this much. Man, I block with it. I do all kind of, I'm like, bro, I feel crazy, man. I'm like, yo, I say, yeah, go. I never take
it for granted.
Like, again. Yeah. So it's like, until you really experience it, like a loss or like something get taken away, you'll never. That's why I said like the relationship with God, like until you really feel it, until you really
look.
You'll never know.
Bro, I look at a blessing like my mama could have died when I was in the 5th grade, like from cancer. She's still here. I could have been taken out at any time, but I'm still here. I'm still able to wake up every day. Tasha able to wake up every day. Like, my like, you know, so that's why like I be trying to tell people, and it's not to sound crazy, I don't look like when you're facing a traumatic situation, you start to look and say, bro, all this stuff I got, it don't matter, because if I'm going tomorrow, somebody else is going to enjoy everything I was stressing for.
I don't think you're gonna get his RP pose, a couple pictures on the shirt.
That's it. That's it. You know, so man, I look and I say, like every day I wake up, man, and yeah, like, bro, God know we sinners. And I'll be crazy and lie to people if I sit up in here and say, man, sometimes I don't have an attitude, or sometimes I don't want to be bothered, or you know, whatever the case may be. But every day I wake up, bro, and I God, I thank you for you got me up. But every day, man, I get up and I might go through my little emotions sometimes, but
oh man,
yeah, you know. But man, I'm like, man, my children here. I didn't have this, I didn't have that, man, because I know some of the things that people go through, and it's like these are y'all blessings, and y'all sitting here complaining or saying, oh God, they got this. What about me? And I hate that because God don't play favorites. So it's like this person came up on some money. You don't know what that person did to get that. Not saying everybody that got money does, you know.
Y'all gotta stop that, man.
That's
that boy, God did have favors. Y'all gotta stop saying that about the Bible. God had favors in the Bible a couple times. Abel came. Abel was his favorite. It was in the favorites.
But we was talking about this earlier. Yeah. But when you get down to the core of it, man, you know. But no, it's God know what you giving them. God know. All right. If me and you both giving something,
my boy gave his big buck, man.
Man, God know when somebody be like, God know my heart. You really want to go there.
My boy came, gave his business.
Man, it wasn't his best, man. Kane was one of the first people that thought. Well, not what the first, but he was one of the first.
His brother had to go.
Wanted to trick God, bro. Like,
brother had to go, man. Brother over there want to give a little sheep, man. My boy was playing. Man, I gave my fat lamb. I gave my fat buck. He just gave a sheep.
God know when you trying to play him.
CK snapping, boy.
But when you had, like, it's crazy to think though, like the person that knows everything, you trying to trick them. And it goes on now, bro. If you really do think about it.
That's why we try to tell I be worried about nothing. Cause we be like, God like, bro, God already knows what's gonna happen.
He already know.
I be feeling like
that's why I tell people like, God already know. So why, like, y'all so addicted to the perception of people thinking you this type of person. But there's somebody that truly know who you, like, how you are. Yeah. And I say that to the people, like, let's just say if a pastor or somebody that love God getting up here spewing all kind of stuff, and you know they playing with God, how could you sit up there and be comfortable with it?
It's been going on since
going
on since the Bible time.
I know, but it's like
when you look at the Bible, a lot of stuff is happening now. It's been happening for the longest.
But it's no way.
The only difference is we have the internet. We see most stuff.
I know, man, but there's no way. Like
But DB, it be running the big head. Like, how can they do this?
Yeah, because man, it's like,
oh my God,
bro, just like
God, the world is about to end. DB,
why I be hating this world, bro? I ain't lying. Like, you already know how I feel. Like, I'm like, man, I hate it, man, to see people.
See, hate is the wrong word. You're not supposed to be saying it.
I hate when people play. Like, I don't hate any individual, but it's like I hate what you're doing. To play with God like that, man, when you know.
Oh, boy, deep like, man, see, God come in. Just watch.
It's sad, man. It's like for perception, for what people think of me.
And I'm gonna do that to you, though. People are so fickle. I couldn't even much try to put my my trust into nobody. Like, somebody could like you one day, and you say something they don't like, they hate you. So
man, look, that part.
That's how the
but you got to think about it, though. You dealing with people that of the world.
And these kids got so much brittle spirits, man. Like,
so
that's crazy to me too. Like, yeah, man, them kids got brittle spirits, and I'm like, how did we get to this? Like, kids, like, they act like they so strong, but their spirit's so brittle. Like, I'm like,
man, it's we like right now in this era, like, we dealing with a lot of depression. We dealing with a lot of people, like, people want to
I
commit
remember back in the
suicide.
day, we had that, but we didn't even know the word to it.
You got to think about it though, bro. When you are able to consume information so quick now, it was different back then, right?
It is true.
Not only that is when you start to realize like the love of God is truly not in a lot of people. I know I'm gonna say this. I take that back. No, I ain't gonna say they love God.
I would say they know him because, like I said, everybody have not experienced. Everybody could. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, I feel like a lot of stuff that we know, especially about God, is something that has been passed down when we was young. Go to church, go to church, go to church. But like having love and have admiration and actually feeling the spirit, nobody really never experienced that. Like me as a kid, I experienced it. Like my mama could tell you this. Like I experienced it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went my way, but I kind of know like, man, this is real in a way. I just have a fact of I ain't about to play with it. Like I ain't about to just say, oh, y'all this God this, and I'm over here still doing me. But I understand like the whole point.
So I just thought about something. So I'm gonna say this: like a lot of people, they love God on their terms, but they don't truly know who God is.
And like I said, love is
So
subjective.
when you sit here and where are you? Because I was having this conversation with Tasha because I was trying to get her to understand something.
What's your foundation?
When you got so many people like that you know go to church, right? You know a bunch of people that go to church. How many people you know get up there and make a video to inspire, to plant them seeds, to sit there and say, man, I read this verse today and this what God placed on my heart to. You might be scrolling and watch their video because you know them and be like, man, you know what? I'm going to pick my Bible up today. You don't know that many people. But what you do know is a bunch of content creators that's doing other stuff. And that's what I was trying to explain to Tasha. I'm like, to know all that knowledge and you're not giving it to, I ain't gonna say she's not giving it, but, you know, make a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 videos a week or do this. And it's not just, but me and her was having a conversation, but it's like, where are the Christian voices? Not the popular ones that stay in different cities, and where are the ones here?
Yeah, man, you got to make sure, man, some people be looking at me, I got to make sure I'm ready for this.
Listen.
Because at the end of the day, when you do that, it's a certain light that's on you and a certain type of person which that goes into you worry about what people talking about.
Yeah.
But that's what people be thinking, like, man, you say one thing wrong out of anger, they looking at you like, see, you fake.
Man, one thing.
I'm saying it happens, like, but until you comfortable within yourself and kind of know.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie, like,
there's so many fake people doing that stuff. You ain't trying to get caught up in it, man.
Man, it is, man. It is. I agree with that.
Get caught up in it, man.
Man, for the
you trying like you know you just beginning, but you like, let me put my stuff out there. But you not all the way up.
You know
but
why?
You one little thing you shun.
But you know what it is, bro?
It's
It's you gotta look at it like this. Like when you doing that, man, people hold you to a standard because it's like,
and I probably just be starting off. So I'm doing this, but at the same time, it's encouraging me to get better. But then I do something one time, it's like,
man,
where you fake?
I think,
bro,
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting.
Yeah, man, like for me, man, I had to take a step back and I allow God to build me up so that way it's not about being perfect, but it's about resisting temptation on certain stuff. It's about knowing like, all right, God, you moving me this way, so I can't be with this person because this person gonna put me in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, people know how to love you a certain way. So if you my boy and you decide to change your life and all we was doing was partying, I may not see at first like, man, I'm gonna lead you down this path.
See, and that's what make it real, man. You doing this little thing, I made sure.
Yeah, like I can honestly say like,
I ain't put no girls in your life.
Yeah, I can honestly say like, if I did anything and I tell you like, it's on my own will.
That nigga snuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I tell people, man, at the end of the day, it's like,
you snuck. And I was mad at you, like, bro, what you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Like, I look at it like, we all have fallen short. We all then went through like a situation where it questioned, like, man, I don't know. But when you know the love and covering that God give you, man, it's like a feeling that you can't even describe. It's like, it's peace. It's a, I don't want to say simple life, but it's a it's an amazing life to have it a certain way.
So, all right, cool. See how you explain it. All right. See, this is what I was talking about with that. Cool. You telling you all right, so you at church telling somebody that well, this is why you should feel with God because this is how I'm feeling. Like you got a kid. But every time he leave from Mobile, he gotta go home to his chaos. He dealing with that chaos almost 24/7, but he dealing with you maybe 2 times a week.
How you deal with that?
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's easy for us to tell somebody, well, man, you need to go to God. But when I go home, I'm dealing with this, that, and the third.
So
I got the temptation in front of me 24/7. I come over here for 2 days, maybe what 2 hours out the week.
See,
go
like,
to church 3 hours out in one day.
Yeah.
So how can I deal with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that
So-
easy sometimes.
Like, I guess if you're dealing with
Because people be like, man, them kids bad, woo. But it's like, bro, cool. All right, you can have a mentor. That mentor just dealing with you maybe twice for 3 hours. I still got to go home. I still got to go to my neighborhood. I still got to go with things. Like, I still got to, that stuff start at home.
it do.
I got a story right now. My bad for
Now you good.
Story right now. I had to get off before I said something. They was at like Hugh somewhere, and the little dude pulled out a gun on him. The little boy wasn't gonna tell his mama, so the mama was like, "Man, on Facebook, I need to talk to the parents of this little boy." She finally talked to the parents. The little boy that pulled out the gun at her son was like remorseful and all that. Cool. Day later, they hitting the little boy up, and you were rat, threatening him and everything. So what can you do? Like that's what I'm saying. Like what can you do? With certain stuff? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it got so crazy to was like. I'm trying to do the right thing. Cool. I'm gonna tell the parents. I'm gonna try to get this right. Then look, now I gotta worry about if he willing to take a gun out of me in public.
Yeah.
His mama know he got a gun.
Man,
So either I go psycho, go crazy on his end, or like,
man, yeah, it's man, we go.
it's a slippery slope, and like this happening right now. In that year.
What I would in that situation is one, the mama did the right thing. Like you went and talk. Because in a sense, you checking the temperature. You know what like after you have a conversation, you know what kind of parent you're dealing with. You did that, man. For me, after that, it would have been all right. Now I gotta go to the police.
You go to police. The police do so much, bro.
But you know, it's one of them situations where you doing everything that you can do. Now you have to protect your family.
But you a woman.
You got to protect your
little
family.
boy, I'm saying with a little boy,
So-
they still got to go to school. Or still
So yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. We in a world that we dealing with demons, bro. Like we dealing with spirits and evil people. Like this is the world that we in. We dealing with people that think of life.
I seen that broke my heart. I was like, dang,
Man, this world is wicked, bro. Like hearing that story and seeing other stories, bro. Like this world is truly wicked. It's like to most people, your life means nothing. Like taking a life, pulling out a gun, it means nothing. And one thing I realized, bro, once I know a place ain't for me, I ain't going. And honestly, all she could do, bro, like I would just say, and it sound cliche, I'm telling you, but it's not. Draw closer to God. You're in a situation where you feel like your back is against the wall, you don't know what to do. I'm telling you, man, this is when, for me, I was in that situation. One, I'm a figure out, all right, how can I protect my family and what can I do that makes sense of the power that I have. Make my son move a certain way. You can't go here. You can't do this. I ain't like, even if I had to move, granted everybody not in that situation where they can move. But I'm gonna make sure, look, I don't want you here. Mama can't, nah, you can't go.
then,
Like,
that's the crazy part. You can't even go play basketball somewhere because you work.
yeah, like you can't go. Like it's that bad, bro. Like, man, I look at it like, and when I had kids, I didn't really think about it till I had it, bro. And it was like, I got kids now. I know how I raise my kids. I don't like my kids talking about people. I don't like my kids. If you put my kids in here, we be like, what's rap music? They don't know. If they ever heard rap, it's because
TikTok or something.
freaking
Ad.
yeah, like an ad or YouTube or somebody else was playing it. It doesn't get played in my house, so they don't even know what it is. And I'm like, God, all I ever do is teach my kids love. Like, they might like tell you, they might walk in and be like, oh, hey, ball head, but they playing, it's love. But they not just gonna come say no disrespectful stuff or just do whatever. And I'm like, I know at some point my children got to deal with the evil and wickedness of the world, because even at 4 and 5 years old, it's like that now. And I'm like, how at 4 and 5 years old, y'all pick and choose who y'all gonna play with? You know, when we grew up as kids, we was playing with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in the mischief, but it wasn't that bad.
like if we playing and somebody come, it's like, oh, we all finna run around. Now these kids 4 and 6 years old, like, they don't want to play with you. And I'm like, how is that? Like if we go to the playground, they trying to play with everybody. But everybody is not like that. And I'm like, man, like how y'all raise y'all kids to?
And then that's why you gotta raise your kids like, man, everybody ain't your friend, man. Like, that's why
And that's sad, bro.
Like,
to forward, like how you explain?
man, you can't be cool with everybody.
Your son 7 years old. Why you should have to explain to your child like everybody not your at 7?
Cause Trevor 12.
Oh, Trevor.
Yeah,
12,
Trevor
okay.
12 and Trevor like he friendly, man.
See,
like,
and that's what you always tell me, like, bro, my child friendly.
And I'm like, I love it, but I don't want to
Hate
like
it.
that because like I know how the world
They
is.
gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
And that's sad, bro.
Too
Like,
nice.
bro, it just give me chills. Think about it, and it's like,
You're like, hey guys, and they be looking like, bro, you weird. It's like,
and all he want to do is play.
yeah, and it's the crazy for it. Like I'm like,
And that's when I get back to like,
me and his mama be going back and forth about it. It's like, you got to teach him the other side, man. Like everybody
That's
ain't,
it.
you know what I'm saying? He green, man. Everybody. That's why my grandma was always be book smart and street smart, because like that street smart come a long way. Like,
and that's why I go back to, man, and I be like, where's the love, bro? Like,
I be
if your child was with me, like you had to go somewhere, your child was with me, I'm treating, not just because it's Trevor child, Tucci, my bad. Not because it's Tucci child, but I'm going to love on your child just like it's mine. Mm-hmm. Like, if I got kids around me, bro, I don't believe in, I'm going to show my child favoritism more than your child. No, if there's a bag of popcorn, everybody get an equal share. You know what I'm saying? Like,
kids gonna be kids. They gonna do some wild stuff, but it's like I know how I'm gonna treat it, and I know how I'm gonna fix it. Like I already know. Like if you ever like discipline my child, I know for a fact he did it with a heart. He ain't just do it on no malicious stuff or nothing like that.
Yeah, bro. We living in times where like at 4 and 5 years old, you gotta like everybody not gonna play with you. I'm like, why should I have to explain that to my child when all they want to do is play? Like, I'll be wanting to tell people like, who raised y'all? Because somebody there is teaching that child, because the child is only doing what's around them. Oh, I was playing with them and they didn't want to play with me. Like, make that make sense to me at that age. They can't even, like, it blows my mind, bro. Like, it blows my mind. It's like, I get like, God, this is one of the things I didn't want to deal with coming up, having a child, doing all these things. Like, the love in a lot of people is not like that, bro. Like, even when I just be moving, bro, like moving around a little bit and speaking to people, you run across some people that's so loving and kind, and just, you can just feel their spirit. And you got some people that it's like, man, who pissed in your coffee early this morning to be acting the way you acting? Like, you can't speak, you can't say, hey, you just that type of person? Like, bro,
like life be life.
Man, listen, I don't care what I'm going through. I will never walk past somebody, look them in their face, and don't speak. Now, I ain't never saying I haven't did it, because once I didn't walk past you before and you didn't got me, I know not to speak to you.
Boy, he got a spiteful spirit, yo.
No, it ain't spiteful. It's like,
he working on it.
Man, I got tired of feeling played. Like, I would speak to everybody, bro, but nah, like, once you didn't got me once or twice,
I get a
man, I'm cool, bro.
The head nod is universal.
Bro, honestly, like,
I do the head nod.
Because let me tell you something, what I realize, people are spirit killers. Yeah. And what they'll do, they'll make you sit down there and question.
Like, what did I do to him?
Yeah, like, man, I told somebody that I was like, there's nobody walking this earth could say, like, man, D rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I found out D was over there talking about me. Honestly, if people knew me, they'd be like, What this man care about?
We talk about electronics, the games of time, sports.
T.
D and I talk about God a lot.
I don't know.
We be talking,
bro. It's been times where Tasha didn't told me like, there's such and such child, and I'm looking, I'm like, I didn't know they had a child. I mind my business like unless you told me like, D, you heard you know what's going on? I don't know.
And I don't know how I be getting information.
People evil, man. Like,
nah, that's all I be saying. Like,
people evil, bro.
Sometimes, man, people look at it too. Though is like I told you, like we talked about this earlier. Some people look at your life and figure like how we grew up in the same place and like they making it, or they feel like they better than everybody. Wow, like it just be on some stuff we looking like, how could they do it and I didn't do it? So when you look at it, you get this fictitious thing in your mind like, oh man, they must have did something, or they wow how they got wherever they got it. Like it happens, bro.
Bro, then it blows my mind, right?
It happens.
How family can grow up and grow apart. And it's like,
after my grandma
you
died,
see the generation, like it's like their mama and like my mama and their mama was cool. Now they don't get along. Now we don't get along. We ain't got nothing to do with whatever they had going on.
Pick a side, brother.
And it's like, but the part that blows my mind, everybody love God. Everybody gonna quote scriptures. Everybody gonna do this. But somewhere in this equation, somebody really don't love God the way they say they do, because God is all love.
And then you talk about it, it's really a conversation. That's the crazy part. Really, when there's a conversation, because you know everybody gonna come together either when somebody die or a wedding or something.
Bro, for a funeral, they will come together.
I'm
but
proud of myself. Like before my grandma died, my great grandmother died. Like we had a real conversation. I told her how I felt. And it was all peace and love after that. Like that helped me. Like they helped me as a person. And they kind of trickled down to my mama, kind of trickled down to everybody. It was like, if I could forgive her, I could forgive anybody. In a way.
I ain't
gonna lie. And it was just a real conversation. Then after that, she died. But that was a real conversation I always wanted.
I don't.
Like, bro, you don't like me? Like, you never liked me or something like that. We had a cry together and it was good. And I'm proud of myself with that. Like, because I know me, you already know, I used to hold grudges. You make me mad all the time.
That was it. Yeah, like I don't get it, bro. Like sometimes I used to wreck my brain. Like,
said generational, man. That stuff be generational, bro.
With you, if we grew up together.
You waking up every day with love. Your kids tell you they love you every morning. Everybody don't have it.
But it's
everybody
like
waking up with turmoil sometimes.
And
they with this dude in the bed with them that's cheating on them every day.
Man.
They got this dude that he works so hard he still can't get what he needs. A lot of people don't wake up with that love.
Oh, I got you.
You know
nah, yeah.
Everybody do not wake up like that.
Now, the Cain and Abel story in the sense make a little bit more sense. Because yes, they were brothers, but that stuff you can relate to that. Even cousins, even aunts. Like, people hate you because the favor that they feel God has in your life, because they're only looking at it from a house.
We grew up in the same place, so I don't have.
Yeah, like you said, sometimes they only looking at, oh, they got a house, they got a car, they got this, they got this. When that's not even the important thing with you. You worried about materialistic things, and God ain't sitting out there looking at that. Oh, I'm gonna let Tucci can come on in heaven because Tucci got 3 cars and a big old house and he got some money in the bank.
And he's smiling.
Yeah, like y'all really think, like y'all really hate people for things that God look and say these are all meaning, like it means nothing. And for the longest, I asked God, like, God, why? Like, why is it like this? People we grew up with, people we can walk to their house. Why is it the way that it is? And now it makes sense now. It make perfect sense. That Cain and Abel story make perfect sense. And
that's why I told you, like, even with the Bible, like, that's why people could mix the Bible up how they mix it up, because one story can mean like 10 different things. You could like dilute it to so much stuff. That's why it's so easy somebody kind of could flip it on you sometimes. Like, because if you look at it, like the one story could mean so much, and you could do like 100 different sermons on one story. Like see how you just can't even make sense to something that you just said that I could make it make sense to something else. Like it will make it fire though.
It do, man. I feel like we just at a point where I know it's never gonna be the way we want it, because you deal with people like that will feel like I'm gonna only go to God when I need him. I'm gonna only go to God when I need that job. I'm gonna only go to God if me and my son not getting along. I'm gonna only go to God if me and my husband ain't getting along. So now I understand when God say love your enemy, most people will only go to God in those situations.
Yeah.
So you're trying to talk to people that, in a sense, you only want to use God when it's for your benefit. You don't just love God on a daily basis. Because I tell people, like, in order to love God, I have to see God in you. In order for me to see God in you, your actions, how you deal with people, how you deal with certain situations, how you deal with not only the people that you love, but the people that's in the world. And so many people, like I say, y'all quote him.
I'm proud of myself with that though.
But
even people I don't like, I still pray for or something.
Man, listen.
I'm saying like I got better with it.
Listen.
Like I just don't have hate in my heart. A lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't like people, but like I'm getting better.
I don't like people.
No, I'm just saying.
I
like,
got you. I get
certain
you said
people I
that.
just like. I don't know. I like people rub me the wrong way whenever it's just like you hateful for no reason. Like I wouldn't talk to a girl if you being super mean to a hostess. Like for what? Well, what you being mean? Ordering your stuff all messed up with these people for? Like, what's the problem? Like, I just don't like mean people, bro.
People,
like,
yeah,
it aggravates me. Like, what you mean for? Like, I literally was like, I'm dropping you off. Like, I can't talk to you no more. Like, real talk. It's like, and
people.
I be like, you know what, God, man, just pray for them. Like,
man,
like,
people like they just love God on their terms. And I'm gonna give you a scenario about this. Huh?
Love subjective, bro.
Man, in their mind.
No, love is a subjective thing.
When you
in the whole world.
When you get down,
because you love things for different reasons. Love is not it's not one definition.
Why you
never?
feel it?
It's never gonna be one definition.
I mean, of course, people gonna love because
love is a different definition with stuff. It always will be.
Why you?
It's
feel
never gonna
way?
be one thing.
Why you feel that way?
What you mean? Why I feel that way? You love me for a different reason. You love Bree for a different reason. You love your wife for a different reason. You love your kids for different reasons.
I get what you're saying, but
it's never gonna be the same stuff.
Because your relationship, no, I'm gonna say I love you and Bree. Me and Ty, okay, I got you. Wife and man relationship gonna be a little bit different.
Kids gonna be different. You love Candy.
But I will say this. The same, I kind of get what you're saying. Because in the sense you could be like,
because I
got you. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I get it.
It's different. Everything's gonna be different, bro. It's never gonna. Love is like is a universal type of thing. It's like it's never just one thing.
I get where you try. I get it now.
You know,
and that's a deeper. That could be a deeper conversation.
Super deep.
But I have to kind of do my research before I kind of speak on it.
Corinthians. I'm saying like love is subjective. Like I probably love God because the way it makes me feel. You probably love God because you read the Bible. So when you read the Bible, you have this love and joy of the stories and everything. It's different things you can love God for. Like, how can I say I love God if I haven't experienced that love? So I love Him for a different reason.
Man, and like we were saying earlier, man,
like
people need to sit down.
It's been groomed into us.
People need to sit down.
And it's a good thing to say.
And look at their life. And really look at their life. God has came in your life before. You just didn't take the time to see. God, like if you was broke and you found some food, God came through for you. Man. You may not have felt like it was a
big blessing.
A big blessing, but He came through. If you were short on that bill, He came through. You just because you didn't get that dramatic blessing that you feel other people has gotten, He's come through for you. You know what I'm saying? But I think when people feel like, man, God, I didn't have an encounter. Man, you had an encounter. You just chose to overlook that encounter because it wasn't in a magnitude that you thought you should be getting. You ain't hit the lottery. you ain't get the, like I said, that 100,000, or you ain't get a miraculous. You ain't get that amazing check in the mail. Man, you know, country boy, man, I'm getting tongue twisted. But you didn't get that big, like I said, that big check in the mail or whatever, because you know some people only look at money as their blessing. They don't look at your child, like I said, man, your child healthy and stuff like that.
You're gonna get that. You could get something like that. You get blessed and get something like that, then you can lose it all.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you say encounter, like you got so many people that feel like they didn't get an encounter, but they did, man.
Oh, I'm saying, but that encounter, what I'm talking about, that kind of different, man. It's like it's a spiritual encounter. I'm talking about.
Man, if matter of fact, I tell people this: we've all been blessed. If you are still walking,
but you still talking about that. I don't look at that as a blessing, though.
Man, listen.
I don't look at that as a encounter with God.
Whenever
you get food and just come, no, I'm talking about like a spiritual, like you feel like this warm feeling, like you. Like,
but you also got to think about it too.
It's different kind of.
In order for that to happen, you got to be willing to accept. Like most people they not willing to accept. They not willing to embrace that. Like I tell people this, I want to accept it now than for God to break me in a way I didn't want to be broken. For me, he had to break me in a way I didn't want to be broken.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
And I tell people you want to avoid that.
He did, though.
They do.
I gotta feel that.
Man, I tell people, I would have rather, granted, I can't take it back. I did have those people. I just didn't accept it. God got me another way.
Good.
But man, you don't.
You look the way you thought it was going.
Man, you don't want that, man. I tell people, you don't want God to break you. You don't want to.
But like sometimes you need to break stuff down to rebuild it. Because the thing about it is your foundation probably was shaky. So if I tear down this foundation and rebuild you back up, you became a way better man.
Man, I wish I did, but
only thing they didn't get fixed was your back.
Man, I did, but I wouldn't have, if I could have had it different. I wish I would have got it another way. Like I wish somebody would have walked in my life.
I'm glad I
ain't
I'm glad I ain't good. Y'all complain too much,
bro.
Nah, man. Say, bro, I fixed you up. You still complain. I wish I didn't have to feel
you got some people that it's never enough. Like God didn't brought them back 3-4 times. Like it blows my mind, man, when I hear stories like, man, I could have had AIDS, man, but God spared me, and you go right back to sinning. Like I'm looking like, if AIDS don't stop you, was it death? That's the only thing gonna stop you.
See God in there, man.
Man, listen.
RP to the Godfather, man.
Man, look. Huh?
How the Godfather went out.
What?
The Godfather's like went out.
What age?
No, man went out. Took them sex pills and he died.
Look, see,
my boy Samuel. That's how you died, Samuel.
For real?
Yo, the Godfather himself took that pill.
See, bro, it ain't worth it. Like, man,
he smiled. He was smiling. He said,
you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna tell you, like, one of the reasons why, like, I went to God, bro. Like, it was a situation, like, and I always say this. I used to claim to be so smart, right? Yeah. And then it got to a point where, like,
yeah, you did.
I don't want the devil. I always used to tell myself this earlier, like, I don't want the devil to trick me out of my position.
Boy, some me to hell.
Because you got so many people, bro, that sit here and beat on their chest because they can quote scriptures and they can do all this, and they live their life a whole different way. And it's like, you so blinded that you've been in the same spot for as long as I can remember, and you haven't even opened your eyes to see you could have been here, but you still here. Everybody passing you up.
I know what that is too, though. It could be complacency. You so feel like you so good to where you at. You're not looking at it like if you. Sometimes people get cocky when they know too much scripture. So when they get cocky, they feel like wherever I'm at, it's what I'm good at. But if you look at it, there's another story in the Bible, Jonah. You feel like I don't want to go do this. God telling you, if you know you got the scripture, you know certain stuff. It's your job to go out there with the scripture or bring people in. Sometimes people begin feeling like they so smart. They you too high. You can't come downhill where you supposed to come down to bring people up with you. And that be the problem. Too many people so high up. How can you bring the people that you supposed to bring up? You don't supposed to be talking to the people that's already up here. You supposed to be bringing the people that's down up hill with you. But you always, I'm up here, I'm looking down. They be the problem.
Man,
That's
it's
a lot of people's problem.
yeah, man. And I be looking at this where are
Pastors have bodyguards.
Pastors yeah,
have
that's crazy.
bodyguards.
I mean,
How can your people touch you or even talk to you? They gotta go through your bodyguard.
but then again, man, like the world we live in, I get it, but then it's like because man, you got people. All right. So look. I'm glad you kind of said that, right? But think about it like this: if you got a pastor that's preaching on homosexuals, you might have a couple homosexuals that'll run up on you.
The ones that got the bodyguards ain't doing it.
But let's just say if there is one that can have some, right?
Jennings didn't do nothing. He was talking.
You know,
about everything.
but so to get on this since we here now, we was watching a cartoon the other day. Like I was like, all right, so Talia and them started watching this cartoon. So I was like, the lights went out. I like the way God work, bro. So the lights went out.
So you watched it too.
So we ain't had no just movie time now. So we watching the show, and then all of a sudden the little kid get on the phone like, man, let me call my best friend so he can go do something. Man, he call the best friend. They riding the bike. Is him and the two daddies. So nigga, I'm sitting there at first. I'm looking.
Who? What?
It's called.
Different bikes.
Yeah, they on different bikes. So
Daddy got the guns on top of the thing.
The little boy on his own bike and the two daddies on the double bike.
Oh.
Yeah. So they watching. So I looked down for a second and I heard him say,
they married?
I assume they married. And as they said, that's their son. So he's like, how you say it? Let me ask my dads or my dads or something. It caught my attention. So I look. I said, oh, the daddies on the bike together. Oh, man. So look, I had to play it like 3 times. I had to go back. I'm like, oh, snap.
My bag dead.
Yeah, man. I'm like, so then when I put a video out, people was telling me like, man, this show been on since 2018. Like, this been like this. But I say that to say, 1, watch what your children watching. 2, when somebody is speaking the truth, it ruffles feathers. So like a pastor might feel like I need protection because what I'm gonna do, like if they run up on me for speaking the truth, because I see so many people like, and we can get on the gay homosexual thing. Is like, how can y'all claim to love God and y'all pushing this? So then they go, oh, what the Bible? Y'all know what the Bible say, because then you got some people, oh, the homosexual, the word wasn't in there. They just put that in there. They have a person that studied this that say you go back. It's been in there. It was just worded different. It's been in there. We ain't gonna get on that because that's too technical. But people know. I see so many people, bro. Like one instance, y'all know y'all love God and y'all champion God and y'all quoting, but then y'all pushing this. It like make it make sense. Y'all gonna speak the truth. Or y'all not. Y'all know me, man. Y'all gonna hate me.
I ain't gonna lie. The funniest thing I seen was you seen the little the 3 singers that won the Grammy.
I posted about that, bro. Like I posted that like
oh my God.
3 months ago. Bro, you ever went on their page?
Bro,
what they call the gospel travelers?
I seen them on the pulpit singing their outfit.
Bro. I'm like, look where we at now. They put y'all on y'all own category. Y'all, I think they the gospel travelers or something like that, bro. The Christian travelers. Man, when I seen it, I thought it was a joke. Like I thought somebody was clowning, and I was like, nah, man, I gotta go research and see.
Little beards,
and I'm like, as people that really love God, because they try to say God say love all, but God say hate the sin but love the person. If I love Tuja enough, I gotta say, Tuja, man, you can't bring your partner over here, man.
Can't bring Dave.
I've been playing, but
wow.
but all seriousness is like, y'all know how God feel about that, man.
Timothy.
Yeah, man, like, man, happy Pride Month and all this, man. And like, I just be looking, I'm like, come on, bro.
Happy Men's Mental Health Month. It's our month.
Yeah, man. Happy Men's Month. But wait, hold on. Time out. They put
Yeah, the gay stuff with me.
They put the men's month with the pride month. Ain't that about right?
Pissed off about that too.
Ain't
Men's mental health month, man.
with the so we gotta and you know it's funny that they would do something like that because they want all the men to be feminine and not be masculine, man. And nah, man, I got to speak my mind. You already know this. I already know people going to laugh because you already know, man. You already know I'm gonna speak my mind. And man,
You know what I mean? Mental health month.
no, I didn't know.
Posted and everything. Right
I didn't see, man.
Yeah, man, I had to represent, man. They got mad at me, man. So y'all die.
Man, come on, man. Y'all, listen. Think about it like this. Because I don't be agreeing with a lot of stuff he say, but 600 Breezy said it real. He was like, you know it's not like, he's like, man, I live the life I live, but you know a man ain't supposed to be with a man and a woman ain't supposed to be with a woman because he said it's like you cannot procreate. You can't create, but you cannot create anything. So therefore, you know it's wrong. You know God don't approve of it, and you know it's not right. You don't change your ways. You know where you're going.
You love what you love, man.
Ain't no love what you love. Oh, nah, they can miss me with that, man. It's like y'all so therefore gone that y'all going to be accepted of that, man. And if people don't speak up, nah, man. It's always been here.
It's been here since the Bible time.
It's always been here. Satan has always put that
at the
here.
same time, it's got worse. You know?
Bro, I look at it like,
I feel like too, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it wasn't thrown at us.
man, listen.
No, I'm saying like it wasn't thrown at us like that. Like it's always have been that side. Like let's keep it real since the 70s.
So
like see even the Bible times, but it always been on some. It been like respectable. Now it's to a point it's not respectable.
Man, listen. I'm gonna say this. I stand 100 with God, 10 toes with God. Like if God don't like it, I ain't with it. God ain't with it. I ain't with it. I always look at it like people always say numbers lie, right? But like no. Numbers don't lie. Do you feel like science lie? Like you can't when people do an experiment. Science is what science is, right? Yeah. So scientifically, if a man and a woman can create something, that's a good thing. When two people get together, to a man and woman, you can't create anything. So the whole objective of what Satan is doing is to create.
They say they create happiness together.
Man, listen, they know the devil know what he's doing by continuously pushing this because he hates God creation. He hates us. And how do I destroy that? By not allowing them to not allowing them to create no more, man. So just like we was having the conversation, just think about your only child. Like if your only child, your only son, T-Lad, like we had your only, like you know me, man. I go down to like if your only son was gay, you had one child.
Look, y'all, this segment is the mind of D.
Give me my moment. Give me my moment.
Mind of D, let's get it.
Your only son was gay. Mm-hmm. That's your lineage, your legacy to live on.
Yeah, it's true.
What would you do?
Well, me personally,
yeah, like how could you sit like that'd be like man, like
they say I used to be ignorant.
Nah, man, it's like it's man, it's honest. Ain't no
nah, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be mad.
Let me listen. I'll be devastated.
No, I'm saying I'll be mad, but it's like, what can you do as a grown person? With a grown person,
I'm gonna be. I would love my child, but I couldn't accept it.
I'm saying,
man, because
you still at the love, you still want.
I'm gonna still love,
still have
but he gonna like. I'm praying for you every day.
Like that's all you can do. Because there's a couple people I seen, like a couple people, which I don't know why they don't put them stories out there where like they made them they made the transition and then they like this is wrong. Like people that actually live their life and they look at it like I should have never did that.
Oh,
it's a real life stories on I watch.
Man,
so like I feel like don't make permanent decisions off of a feeling right now.
You know, man. Too.
I listen, still my Valentine.
But we about to get out of it because I see that we only got 17 minutes left. But
we've been talking.
But to know, man, that it's not godly, man. Like to hear stories Like, man, I'm glad you said that because I was listening to a story. I can't remember if there was a man or a woman. They had to been. There was a woman. There was a woman, and it turned to a man at 18 years old.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Probably the same person. It was like
No,
white looking.
yeah,
Same person.
same one. We would watch the same thing, and man, they was transitioning back, and
Too late.
She was like, man, what I put my body through, all of the stuff I did, like I regretted being so young, being allowed to make decisions that I necessarily didn't know for my own. What I thought that happened is that at 17, 18, that I thought, now I'm looking and I'm angry at myself. And it's like, look, I had to, like at 18, you should not be able to make that kind of decision. It blows my mind how people sitting there at 5 or 6. I knew I was gay. You don't even know what that means.
It's trendy,
bro. Like, this world is wicked. This world is evil. I stand on with God's word. I respect everybody's decision. You do what you want to do, but God's word is His word.
Damn, I'm bidding.
You know, I hate the sin. I know it's, you know, it's crazy that you said that though, man.
Back, man.
It's crazy that they would put men's mental health with pride, but
and we don't.
It's
get
not
nothing.
surprising.
We really don't get nothing.
We
finally got
Father's Day.
We finally got a month.
So Father's Day
next week.
Next week is in pride.
Week,
That's
this week,
whack,
this week,
man. That's whack, bro. But it is what it is.
All they do is though. They could have gave them July.
It's but you see, man, you just look and you see. That's why I say, bro, like, and I'm gonna say this before we go, man. We need people that really love God, man, that really stand for God, that I mean, you know God's word. We need people to start speaking up. We need people to make videos. We need people to get out, man, and put their foot in the ground and say, nah, like, this is how it's supposed to be. This is what God's word say. This is how as Christians we supposed to live. Because we all have to start doing our part to start putting God's word out there, man, because we are at a spiritual war. This is why so many kids are depressed. This is why so many young kids don't know what to do. They confused, they angry, they hurt because nobody wants to tell them the truth, but only want to be their friends, man, and that's not the way that it's supposed to be.
Like, watch our kids, man. My daughter, you know what I'm saying, I find out some stuff, and I guess I got to keep it real. My daughter was doing things I found out about because she attached herself to people. And with her being a empath, she had their emotions on her, and then she made her feel like, you know what I'm saying, she's depressed, she's not worthy enough, she don't need to be here. And it's to a point where, like, I'm looking at it like, it's something I got to deal with, and it's to a point she's emotionally attached herself to a friend, and this friend, like, if you look at her lifestyle, like, her lifestyle bad. I'm not trying to say the girl bad, just her situation is bad. And my daughter's taking on her situation within herself and it's making her act out a certain way. So, man, just pray for me, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's real, man. Like, when you look at a lot of situations that some of these kids go through, boys, because they was introduced to it with a friend. Like, a friend introduced them to drugs or, like, think about drinking or, yeah, like.
My daughter was cutting herself, man.
You know, and this is why I say, bro, like, we need to get, like, that's really crazy.
And it's like she doing it because she's attaching herself to somebody.
To the wrong person.
And she a good little girl. Just her the way she was brought up and the way her life is, you know what I'm saying, is bad. And she can't really do nothing about it. But my daughter is attaching her life to hers, and it's like, so watch who your kids attach themselves to. That's all I can say.
Most definitely, man. We got to pray about that, man. But
like, my whole daughter, she's not happy. She's depressed, and it's like, why are you depressed? Because that person's depressed, so it's making her depressed. And it's crazy. Like, I almost see my daughter no more. Like, I don't see her, like, in her eyes. Like, it's just like she's just a shell of herself, and it's bad. So watch who your kids put themselves with. Like, real talk.
Man, Yeah, man. That's as a parent tough to deal with. As a parent, that's tough to hear, and that's why I always like, man. I definitely gotta watch as my children grow who they be around, man, because the devil working.
There probably be some good kids that just your kids, if they can't come to you and talk to you about it, and they dealing with stuff, they dealing with energy and forces they can't comprehend, and they get attached to they mind and stuff. They feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Satan want them young. I tell people like Satan want them young because they minds are still being shaped. And that's why I say, bro, we as people that love God have to get out our comfort zone and speak.
It's like she can't function, bro. That little girl get away from her, she start crying.
That's crazy.
What? That's
crazy.
What? Like, you good?
Yeah, that's wild, man. We gotta like, man. It's not about, and I tell people like, cause I don't consider myself like a content creator, man. I just see myself as a person that love God that wants to get certain things out. But if more people that I ain't gonna say regular people, but people that these kids, these young people, and even adults can see.
You can look at it like, oh, they made it, I can make it too.
Like, let's just say, for instance, like, man, such and such live around the corner, and he always talking about God. I want to see what God about. Like, let me go talk to him. But if they only say, well, I know he go to church, that doesn't really make them comfortable to go talk to you.
So it goes back to what I said earlier. Don't have it to where you so far up.
Yeah.
You don't get the people below.
Sometimes as Christians, bro, God want to make us uncomfortable.
It get to a point when we get to this Bible, we start thinking we know this Bible, we feel like we better than everybody. That's throwing a lot of people.
Oh, you know what it is too? That all is a situation where they feel like they don't want to be uncomfortable. Like, man, I don't want to be behind the mic. I don't want to make videos because
don't do what D used to do. Define God. Say,
man, look,
forget everybody,
bro. That dude crazy. But
D said I'm going to heaven.
Well, go shoot me down, boy. Wow.
D said, y'all going to hell. I'm going to heaven by myself. Don't be like D, y'all. That boy found a good book. He said everybody can go, and I'm gone.
Man, I was a wild dude, man. But
like, you come right now, I'm ready. I'm ready. Beat me up.
Nah, man, but I used to think crazy, man. But man, I'm gonna tell you like this. God wants to make some people uncomfortable. Meaning, man, make a video from your home, your front room, your room. Because you never, like, think about it. And before we go, I'm going to say this, right? You don't know who you can help. And I'm going to say this. Why these content creators get these big old followings? Because a lot of them in their room just talking, telling stories. People start supporting because they feel like.
They make people date you. Feel like.
I know you. I relate to you. So God might only put 20 solid people in your life, in your group. Like, you start making videos, there might be a few people that, man, you know what? Man, what Tucci said was real, man. Tucci told his story. Next thing you know, you walking in the store, like, hey, Tucci, man, I listened to what you were saying.
Yeah,
but
man,
like,
that was on my heart, man. I really was going to say nothing, but I was like, I had to, man. Yeah.
Man,
I know. We got to watch who. I really didn't. It was fighting with me to say. I've been wanting to say something. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep it real. Like,
them, they didn't attach spiritually. And that's going to be something that you're going to have to, man, you got to get in that word and pray, man, and because they attach bad. Like, for you to say, like, when they not, like, she crying and.
Yeah, my daughter was on the ground crying because the girl wasn't there. She said, she's not here. She just started crying, bro, at school. So they thinking something mentally wrong with my daughter.
And she cried.
And I talked to her, she was like, well, my friend was having a bad day. She wasn't there no more. And I just started crying. She started crying, like, on the ground hollering. I say, whoa, that's bad. Then first thing the school wanted to do is put her on medicine. It's like, nah,
they
bro,
think, she
tripping.
tripping.
Somebody, man, like,
yeah, man, like,
that's her friend. Like, that's the person who make her feel safe. And it's like, that's bad. I mean, this only time you feel safe is when you're around one person.
Them Man, it's tough, man. This
And as
people don't
adults,
realize
we do
how
the same
these.
thing. Like we attach ourselves to people we don't supposed to attach ourselves to. And
Why them girls be like some of them like dudes too, but this why them women be going crazy.
yeah, like we
Them soul ties are fool,
attach ourselves to people, man.
and they be thinking soul ties just attached
Sex
to.
is not sex, bro.
It's
Emotional connection, and you just
because a spirit are attached to you, and you don't even realize it because you're not prepared to deal with
you
spirits.
know them kids impressionable. They, you know what I'm saying? They feel like if you got a good kid and the girl telling you like how bad her life is at home, you gonna feel bad.
Yeah, man, and like before we go, and I have to say this because it always blew my mind, and I would love to sit down with people that was homosexual, like homosexuals and live their lifestyle. Like I would love to just because like, how did you know you wasn't attracted? Like for a lot of people, like sometimes they haven't even been with a boy.
Well,
Like how you know?
that's
And
what I'm dealing with right now.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like
my daughter right now.
yeah, like how do
told
you
me-
know?
I don't know. It be experience. I think she told me straight up because I try to have a conversation with her. Like I try to not to be hard on her.
Yeah,
To where like it's easy for her to come talk to me. She told me like she feels safer. So like say like was little boys when we young, we clown girls, we sit down there clown joke. So she didn't feel safe with a boy. Like she felt safer with a girl because like same thing with that girl. She could talk to her. They could talk about their problems. It's more like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You more familiar with that girl than
So then
more
it
familiar.
then it goes to y'all go from you feel like I can connect with that person on a friendship level to it goes to a whole nother level.
Because right
and
now
then
it's
it's being pushed.
Yeah.
It's being
At the same
pushed,
time,
bro.
everybody
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
that's what's the problem.
We gotta fight. Let me tell y'all something, man. Before we can leave on this, we have to fight the enemy. Y'all know what God word stands for. Y'all know what it stands on. We have to fight. Let me tell you, when people making videos, saying certain stuff, making posts, they are pushing their agenda. But we need everybody that love God to push God's agenda.
That be the
We
problem.
need it, bro.
Cause my daughter, yeah, she like me a little bit, which is funny. I said,
Yeah.
I'm one person like I'm a wild person. Like why? Give me a reason. She got mad. Well, I think this conversation about to be over. Let's have a conversation. Like I want to know. I said I'm not judging you. Like
You just want to know.
yeah, she couldn't explain it to me. It just she has this feeling that she feel like it's right because it's safe. Yeah. She like girls because it's safe, and she feel like that's what right now is supposed to be. Like I'm like, but why do you feel that way? You feel that way because she don't want to get out of her own way in a way. So I'm like, cool. So it's crazy, yo. Y'all just pray for me. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. 16-year-old.
Yeah, they got me. But man, we gonna end on that, man, and we'll be back again.
HB boys.
Man, this is the Humble and Blessed podcast, man. We out. Peace.